You ever been in a moment where everything feels normal, just another day, and then boom, something hits you so hard it flips your whole world upside down? That's what went down with Colonel Maya Jackson, a woman who spent decades commanding respect in the Air Force, only to have it challenged on a flight from Chicago to a military base in Germany. This wasn't just a trip, it was the moment that sparked a revolution. Maya was settled in her first-class seat on a United flight, her posture sharp, her mind sharper, already prepping for a high-stakes NATO meeting. She's the kind of woman who walks into a room, and you feel her presence dull, confident, the kind of leader who's stared down chaos in war zones and come out on top. But as she glanced out the window, a flight attendant, Sarah, strutted up, her face tight with that fake smile that hides something uglier. "Excuse me, ma'am," Sarah said, voice sharp like a knife. "Your name's not on the first-class list." Maya didn't blink, just reached for her boarding pass, calm as ever. "I'm Colonel Maya Jackson, Air Force. This is my seat. Here's my ID." But Sarah didn't even glance at it, just let out this sigh, like Maya was some kind of nuisance. "First class isn't for just anyone," she said, her tone dripping with condescension. "I'll need to check this again." The cabin went dead quiet, every passenger's eyes darting between them, some curious, some uncomfortable, that one guy in a suit pretending to scroll his phone but totally locked in. Maya's chest tightened, not with fear, but with that slow, burning anger you get when you've seen this kind of thing before too many times. She's faced worse, from battlefield decisions to boardroom politics, but this was personal. A black woman in uniform, disrespected in front of a plane full of strangers. She kept her cool as Sarah walked off, but inside, she was a storm ready to break. Then it got wild. Sarah came back, her attitude dialed up to 11. Before Maya could say a word, Sarah leaned in, voice low and venomous. "You need to move. This isn't your place." And then out of nowhere she slapped Maya across the face. Hard. The crack echoed like a thunderclap. A kid dropped his juice box, a woman gasped, but Maya? She didn't move, didn't flinch, just locked eyes with Sarah, her gaze like steel. Sarah smirked, like she'd won some kind of power play, and strutted off. But Maya wasn't about to let this slide. She grabbed her phone, hands steady, heart pounding, and typed a message to her Pentagon contact. "Obstructed on flight. Request immediate suspension of United's $4 billion defense contract." Sent. The cabin was still watching, some with pity, others with that awkward silence you get when no one knows what to do. Maya didn't need their pity, she needed action. Her phone buzzed almost instantly. "Colonel Jackson, we're moving on this," the voice on the line said, clipped and urgent. "Stay composed, gather details. We're freezing their contract now." Maya's lips twitched, not quite a smile, but close. Sarah had no clue what she'd just kicked off. By the time the plane touched down in Germany, the world was buzzing. United stock was in freefall, headlines screaming about a military scandal gone viral. Maya stepped into the terminal, ignoring the swarm of reporters, her focus razor-sharp on her NATO briefing. But the ripple effect was unstoppable. Pentagon brass confirmed the contract suspension. United CEO was scrambling with a weak apology nobody bought, and social media lit up with "Justice for Maya" trending globally. People weren't just mad, they were sharing their own stories about being dismissed, disrespected, pushed aside. Maya didn't want the spotlight, but she knew this wasn't about her Anna Maria, it was about everyone who'd been told they didn't belong. Weeks later, she stood in a D.C. congressional hearing, no uniform, just a tailored blazer that screamed authority. The committee wanted to grill her, saying she'd overstepped by pulling the plug on United. Maya leaned into the mic, her voice steady but cutting. "You want to know why I made that call? Because when a system lets a colonel get slapped just for existing, someone's got to step up. That someone was me." The room froze, her words landing like a grenade. Outside, the fallout was massive. United lost $6 billion in investments. Their board was in shambles, and the Department of Defense rewrote its contractor rules in days. Maya didn't stop there. She pushed for the Jackson Standard, a policy demanding anti-bias training, whistleblower protections, and real accountability for every company tied to federal dollars. The pushback was fierce. Politicians called her a loose cannon. Some old allies ghosted her, scared of the heat. Her mentor, General David Cole, called late one night. "Maya, you're rattling cages bigger than you know." he said, voice heavy. You need allies, not just enemies.